Hey guys, hope you guys had a beautiful Wednesday at work. Happy hump day. I want to talk to you guys about a really cool app that I use with my running to track cadence throughout my run. It's called RunCadence. It's an amazing app. I'm going to talk about the app in a bit more detail, but just to start off with and to give you guys a background as to what cadence is. So for those of you who don't know what cadence is, it's your tempo, it's your step rate, so it's how many steps per minute you're taking. And the beauty of RunCadence is that it allows you to calculate changes in cadence. So we know with the research and clinically, if you increase cadence by 5%, it takes 20% of load from your knees and hips. And it allows you to calculate a baseline cadence. So essentially what you do is you go for a mini run for a couple minutes. It tells you what your baseline cadence is, and from there it calculates either a 5% increase or a 10% increase. You can go either 5 or 10. We definitely recommend going 5 because we know that with 5% there isn't any added metabolic costs. By that I mean after you've done your 5K run, you won't feel much more puffed out than you do after your normal baseline cadence. If you do bump up to 10%, you'll feel puffed out pretty quick, and then you tend to lose your cadence, your step rate, and that rhythm, and your running starts to suffer again. So definitely start off with the 5% increase. So RunCadence gives you that luxury where you can track that 5% increase. The other beauty of RunCadence, which is really the best part of the app and why I love using it, is it tells you, or rather it gives you reminders throughout the entire run when you're dropping your cadence off. So it's a little cowbell that clicks in at your steps per minute. So whether that's 165 steps per minute or 180, it clicks in throughout the run. So for example, you start off your run, it clicks into the start of the run, and then it fizzles away, and it lets you try and control and maintain that by thinking about it. And as soon as your cadence drops down or below, it starts to click back in again, and it gives you your rhythm. And once you get your rhythm, the sound phases away again. So it's not a cowbell that's constantly ringing on you 24/7 throughout your run. The beauty of this is that it allows you to have some neural changes, get that neuroplasticity with running. So your body almost understands, okay, this is how my feet need to move at 165 steps a minute or 170 steps a minute. I use it in conjunction with Spotify because I like to run with music. So I have my Spotify set up at with the running app, which is roughly at about 165, 170, or I can play any music I like. And then I'll have RunCadence working with it. So it works in conjunction. The other thing is it also works with an Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch, it gives you reminders and it buzzes on your watch as soon as your cadence starts to drop down. So that's probably one of the most amazing features of it, and it allows that neural change. And at the end, it gives you an entire global picture as to how you went. So for example, you went for a 20-minute run, it tells you your duration, your average cadence through the run. What I'll do is I've tagged RunCadence in this video. So Chris Johnson is the developer of RunCadence. He's an amazing physio based in America. And if you have any questions specific to RunCadence, please pop a comment below. We're happy to answer what we know. And if there's something that's a bit more technical or specific, Chris will tag in and answer a few of the questions as well. The only disadvantage with RunCadence is that it is available on iOS only. So if there's enough interest from you Android users out there, leave a comment below, bombard Chris with it, and hopefully we can generate enough interest to have this amazing app available across all platforms, whether it's iOS or Android. If you guys have any questions, like I said, leave a comment below. Tag a friend who's struggling with maintaining cadence and if they've had any changes with it. Lastly, to finish off, these changes with cadence are amazing for your running. It doesn't answer every single running based injury, but it does clear up a lot of them. That being said, make sure you get your running assessed. Make sure your body is ready for these changes, because there is a change in how you will run with cadence increases. So for example, if you're a heel striker, you increase your cadence and now you start to run more onto your midfoot and your forefoot, you got to make sure that your calves are strong enough to manage the load and absorb the load that's going to be put through it with these changes in cadence. So make sure you get your running assessed, because you don't want to flare up something like an Achilles tendinopathy while you're trying to get your knees and your hips feeling better. So make sure you get it assessed, know exactly where you need to be, and then use the app like RunCadence, which is just absolutely brilliant. I couldn't recommend it anymore. It is truly one of the best investments I've made to my running. Have a great night, guys, and I'll have a look through the comments and answer any questions you guys might have. Enjoy the rest of your week. See ya.